I'm beautiful, I'm confident. I'm beautiful, I'm confident. I'm beautiful, I'm confident. I'm beautiful, I'm confident. If others can do it, so can I do it. So can I do it. Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. And this is Kemi. Yes, this is my second video, and I'm still camera shy. I don't know, I'm still struggling to create content, but this is a this is it all, you get? And I'm not going to edit or script anything. I'm just going to put it on YouTube as it is. So let's get to understand what I what I'm going to talk about today. So today I'm going to talk about how I moved to Europe on a low budget. And how did I get to move to Europe? What I did, how I did it, and everything in between. So it's just going to be a mixture of everything, because I'm still figuring out myself. But I feel that I should share this information for my people out there that who are not looking for the perfect people on YouTube, but for the real people who can share their stories on how they did something. I could inspire. I could be inspiring some. I don't want to inspire the whole world. I want to inspire a little few people. So my name is Kemi once again, and I'm a Ugandan living in Europe. Specifically, I'm in Romania and I have been living here for the last 2 years. So I'm going to be explaining to you how I moved on a budget, how I moved on a low budget to Europe. So in about 2023, mid 2023, after I celebrated my birthday, this month is my birthday month. My birthday is on 30th June. So in case you watch this video to the full, please wish me a happy birthday. So after celebrating my birthday, that was in June 2023, I felt like I was growing a bit old and my life was a bit stuck. I had been at a job for the last about 5 years, and to be honest, I was kind of getting bored of it. Nothing was really progressing, stuck in one department. The daily patterns of doing the same job, like you get tired of it. So I went on my laptop. I intentionally started doing Google searches, watching YouTube channels to see how people who have changed their life, how they save money, how they move abroad, what they did. And I wasn't getting enough information, to be honest. People were just sharing little information about what was really happening on the ground. So, but here we tell it all. So I started doing researches, I started Googling, and to be honest, my first priority was to move like to countries like America, Canada, UK, but my budget was very, very low. So, and I wasn't being paid a lot of money, so I was really like not in position to be able to afford to go to those countries. Yes, I had tried the scholarships, but I had unsuccessfully never been successful to no win one. So I embarked on going abroad to sponsor myself to go back and do my masters. Yes. So when I started doing the research, I did the research, I did a little bit, I dug so much, and behold, I fell on this hidden country. Like, that country is not very well known around the world, to be honest. And also me, it was my first time to know about it. I don't know if God was just directing me through. God was being very intentional with me to move to that specific country. because I didn't know about this country the first time. It was my first time like to hear about it. So I go on, I start searching about this country, and I was shocked that in Europe there are countries that still are paying per year 2,000 euros. I could afford that 2,000 euros of tuition a year. I would really afford that. All I needed to do was to save intentionally. So I searched more about Romania. I searched about what they do, what language they speak, how people, how is racism, what is what what is good there, how everything, what do they eat, how do they speak. I went on, because the language was hard for me to understand. I went on TikTok. I started seeing a lot of videos about Romania. And in 2024, I was not very intentional because, like, I got to know all the information. Because, first of all, the easiest route for me to move abroad was to study. Then the second, the, the second important need was for me to have money. So the money was now the problem. So I didn't have like all that money all together at once, because it's not only the tuition you pay, there are also other requirements, that you need. And I searched about how much they pay the tuition, how much I need on my financial statement, the visa acceptance rate for Romania, and what else? I also searched about how is it to integrating, what cities can I move in. But I didn't search about the job, because remember, I was just searching. I wanted to leave my job, but also not stay within my country. I wanted to move. I wanted to adventure. Like, my whole life I've been wanting, like, oh, I want to go to Paris, I want to go to Germany, I want to go anywhere I wanted. So, and and with the passport I hold, I have to apply for visas every time I want to move to this country. So after I did enough research, and I I started to prepare myself. So I looked for the universities I wanted, but specifically I was interested in an English course. So my university, which is University of Bucharest, but now I'm done. Um, yes, I'm done. But by then I think the application fee was 50 euros, but now it's 100 euros. If I may, I will check again to see on their website, because I'll be sharing more information, what kind of documents you need. This is just an intro of telling you how I moved to Europe. So after that, I started collecting all these documents, which I will share in a detailed video. All these documents, what I need, ABC. I had to get my certificates, birth certificates. Um, you know, there are many documents. I can't list them all here at once in this video. And with that, now the main part was the most important thing was now for me to strategically save money. So I had to embark onto some of my family members, but particularly this time it was my dad who was supporting me. Because I'm a big girl, I really don't like asking for help, but I did reach out to him and I told him, Dad, if you're okay, would you mind that some money you get, you be sharing it on my account, so that my account, because I was old, I didn't want to use my parents to move abroad. I mean, that would also show a red flag that I can't take care of myself. So I started intentionally, because I'm passing money on my account, and my salary was coming in, but also some different money was going into that account. So that the statement to look heavy, that it has been active for the last 6 months, but I did it for actually over a year because I started doing the research in 2023 and I came to Romania in 2024. And that's how I moved to Romania, and I was able to be here in Europe without spending a lot of money because I remember I invested in about about 8,000 to 10,000 euros. Yes, you may wonder how all that came through. I will be breaking down the videos on how I spent this money. Please subscribe, like, comment, and give feedback how I am. This is my second video, and I'm putting myself out there. I want to do YouTube because I feel like Romania is a hidden gem that many people don't know about, but you can move here. To be honest, you can move here. Yes, and it's not hard. It's not hard as people complicate it, and you don't need an agent. I did it on my own, and that's it all. Thank you for watching, and have a lovely time. Bye bye.